Hey guys, so I'm back with a video. I know every video I say more projects are coming and they never come, so I do have a video and I thought I would try something new. I was contemplating doing like 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That was my goal, and featuring a stamp set each week. But instead, I wanted to ask you guys that are still watching, because I know I've kind of abandoned this channel, would you like me to do 3 cards in one stamp set? If you watch my other channel, I do a lot of 10 cards, 1 kits, 1 collections, and that's really, that channel eats at my time. And links to that channel will be below if you're interested. It is my non-Stampin' Up! Channel. And then I have this channel, that's my Stampin' Up! Channel. But I kind of want to do 3 cards, 1 stamp set. So let me know what you think. Watch this video, see how you like it, and let me know. That way, because I usually do these in one sitting, so I can make 3 cards, make a nice video. I don't know. I think I would prefer this because I'm so used to making multiple cards and it's just one video, so I can edit and upload instead of having to commit to 3 videos, at least for now. But I want to do what you guys want, because I know, like I said, I don't do a lot of videos on this channel, and if you're still hanging around and watching, I appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3 cards, 1 stamp set with this. We're going to use the Sea of Textures and the coordinating dies. All supplies will be listed below. Please use my links and check them out if you're interested. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you do, please shop with them. But if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love for you to be my customer. The holiday catalog comes out September 1st for you guys. I've already pre-ordered a few items. But if you place an order with me or have placed an order with me within the last 6 months, you will get a holiday catalog for free. And I have to say, it's wonderful. So, let me know if you have any questions about that. And as always, there is a hostess code below. And if your order is $150 or less, please use the hostess code and you will receive a free gift from me if your order is at least $50 or more before shipping and tax. So all that information will be below. The hostess code is always on the most recent video. If you're ever ordering in the future and you want to know the hostess code to get the free gift, check the most recent video, because I don't keep up with a blog. If I don't even have time to do videos, I'm not going to have time to do a blog. So for now, it's always on the current video. So here is the die set. You can purchase these separately. You can purchase a stamp set separately. I have a scan and cut, so I don't get a lot of dies, but I had to get the dies with this set. So I did purchase the bundle because you save 10% with the bundle. As a customer, as a demonstrator, I get a bigger discount, and if you're interested in that, let me know. But the reason why I got the dies was because of this netting. Well, I call it a netting, but you also get a stamp, but I wanted the die as well. You get these sand dollar dies, which I love. If you go to Pinterest and look at the inspiration projects for this bundle, they're gorgeous. And then you get the fish. And of course, you get the die for the octopus. And what's nice about this is that it cuts out the interior pieces of the octopus. So even if you wanted to fussy cut that out, which I'm indifferent about fussy cutting, I would rather not do it. It can be kind of tricky with this one, but you're going to have these inner pieces cut out with the die, which is, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am going to do a voiceover so it moves quicker, since I am doing 3 cards. I don't want the video to be too long, but let me know if you have any questions. Before I get started, let me show you what I'm going to use so far. I may bring in more things, but I'll explain that as I go. So I'm also going to bring in the Tranquil Tides Texture Designer Series paper. This paper is actually 12 by 12, but I cut it down to 6 by 6 because I get these envelopes. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell these, but they're a little over 6 by 6 off Amazon. And I just store them in there because it's a lot easier for me to store 6 by 6 than 12 by 12. But it is coordinating paper. And I originally wasn't going to get this paper, but the inspiration projects have been so cool. So I will at least make 1 card with the paper. But I have some ideas that don't use the paper. I'm also going to be bringing in Seaside Textures Impressions Embossing Folder. Because, hello, it's perfect. for the theme, here are all but one of the coordinating colors. The only coordinating color I don't have is Balmy Blue. I don't have that color. When I was ordering all the new colors, I was trying to be good, and I didn't order colors that I could get away with using another color. But I do have Crumb Cake, Fresh Fig, Mint Macaron, Night of Navy, Soft Sea Foam, and Tranquil Tide. I don't know if I'm going to use all these colors, but this is the coordinating colors that that coordinate with the DSP. Of course, if you don't have the DSP, use whatever colors you want. So now I will go ahead and get started. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions, and any information will be listed below. But thanks for watching. Okay, for card 1, I am taking my Mini Misty, and I'm using Fresh Fig to stamp out my little octopus. The octopus is distressed looking, so you won't get a solid image. There are little spaces where you can see white. As you can see, no matter how many times I stamp, those still show up, and that's how it's supposed to look. And it goes really good with the DSP. So my Fresh Fig ink pad probably could use some new ink. That's why it took me several attempts to get a nice dark image. Go ahead and run this through my Big Shot. And I do go ahead and add the little sand dollars to run it through as well. I'm taking this stamp from the stamp set. It's like just a distressed image. I really love this image because it can be used for many things to create a background. It's kind of like a little net pattern. And I go ahead and take this and adhere it to my card base. My cards are A2 size, so 5.5 by 4.25. And I'm just going to place where I think I want everything. And before I do that, I take the sand dollars and I'm taking Crumb Cake with an ink dauber and just inking up the sides just to give them a little bit of dimension and a kind of a distressed look. If you notice on the big sand dollar, I left all the pieces in there. One of the pieces actually falls out, and where it went, who knows. But the way I did that is when I die cut it, I flipped it over, put all the pieces back, you know, face down, and then I put tape on the back, just some Scotch tape. So here I'm just taking 2 ink pads, Night of Navy and Tempting Turquoise, and just rubbing them along this piece of paper. And it's not a solid image, and that's okay, but I wanted to cut out we'll say, the ocean plants out of that. And it goes with the distressed look of the octopus. I almost said alligator. I don't even know where that came from. So I've laid out my pieces where I want them, and here I am using glue dots to attach them. I did stamp out a sentiment on some Crumb Cake cardstock with some Fresh Fig ink. Thanks for reaching out, and just cut that out and added a fishtail banner at the end. And adhered that with Stampin' Dimensionals, and here I am adhering a couple of my sand dollars with Stampin' Dimensionals, and I will do that with my octopus as well. This stamp set and die set was really good at creating these like cluster images, which are my absolute favorite types of cards. Just having all the die cut images and stamped images in like one section with layers. It is my favorite. It's very appealing to me when I look for layouts. Go ahead and pop my little guy down, and that will complete card 1. I had a little ink smudge, so I'm just taking my Tombow Mono eraser, sand eraser, and erasing that, and it completely took that off. For card 2, I have used some Night of Navy cardstock, and I have cut or embossed using the Seaside embossing folder. And I thought my cardstock was crooked, so you'll see me kind of look at it. Here I'm looking at the line, seeing if it's crooked. I do end up trimming it a little because it looked crooked to me, even though I thought I cut it out straight. And then I'm going ahead and adhering it down. Now with this embossing folder, really, if you use the layers right, really only run it through once. Don't run it back through again, because this is very easy to rip your cardstock. I've heard if you spritz it with water before running it through, that helps. But just know that one run through will emboss it perfectly. I added some Stampin' Dimensionals to my octopus and then attached the octopus to the net that I die cut out. I used Tempting Turquoise to stamp my octopus, and then I used a circle stitch die to do my sentiment. And I believe I stamped that out in Fresh Fig. I can remember my colors correctly, or Tempting Turquoise. I can't tell from the video. I have to look at the card, which is not in front of me, of course. And this is a leftover sand dollar from the card 1 that I didn't use. And when I had cut out all these little ocean plants, or whatever you call them, and for the first card, I had cut out multiples just in case I wanted to bring some in for another card. So I go ahead and attach these two, and I tuck it behind that net. Again, this card has that cluster of images in the center, just really, really cool looking. The DSP you see in the background is from the pack I showed you at the beginning of the video. I did use that one. That one is my favorite pattern out of the whole pack. Kind of reminds me of bubbles. So I'm taking a Tempting Turquoise card base and I'm adhering that down, and that will complete card 2. For the final card, I take some soft sea foam cardstock. This is the only, did I use the stamp pad? I think I did the first card. But I really love this color. It's very soft. And I'm stamping down the net stamp. And I have this piece of pattern paper that I was going to use, but at the time I was ready to use it. Couldn't tell you where it went. I lost it. So you see me kind of change things up here a bit. Now, this that I'm stamping, I end up not using because I wanted to show you guys the fish die. The school of fish, and I was going to cut it up at the top and then put some blue background in the back. So I'm going to show you here in a second. I die cut it out, and it left that border from the die, and I know I've seen where people get rid of it, but I couldn't remember. So I'm like, well, let me try, like down here, die cutting it backwards. So the fish should be going the other direction, no big deal. That still didn't look right, so I just did away with it. And at this point, I was like, well, where's that piece of DSP, that strip that I had cut out? Couldn't find it, so here I am. I used crumb cake and just some white cardstock and for my sand dollars. Attached them all down with some stamped dimensionals. So the stamped images you see in the back, the netting and the plant, that's all re-stamped. I had stamped it off camera. Go ahead and pop my sentiment down again using a circle stitch die. And then I'm going to pop this up and adhere this to my card base, and then that will complete card 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun sitting down making 3 cards because like I said in the beginning, I really wanted to get a video out for you guys showcasing the wonderful products that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. And to be honest, if you are coming from my other channel, I always like the cards I make on this channel better than I do the other channel. I don't know what it is, and I think that has a lot to say for Stampin' Up's products. They're just really easy to work with and come up with ideas. So let me know what your favorite card was. If you're interested in any of the supplies and you don't have a demonstrator, I would absolutely love your business and appreciate it. And let me know if you have any questions. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.